Hello, welcome to Q&A 47 from a very windy San Francisco. So if you hear all of that, it's not somebody I have screaming in the background, it's just the wind. I am doing a very random Ask Me Anything today. And if you have any questions, please put it in that little question box. And some of you have already been asking me questions over the last 24 hours. I've also been retiring a lot of my old Q&As to my YouTube because I like keeping my Instagram fresh. And shall we just begin? Yes? Okay. Let's see. Madam, who is the one who has the economic power in your relationships? Is this as simple as who has more access to wealth, or is this a little bit more complex? I would say that when it comes to the people that I see, it's a huge mix of people who have more wealth than I and who have less and who are saving dearly. Or in personal relationships, it's also a little bit all over the shop. I think that at the end of the day, though, I tend to have the most power because I am not attached to it. And it doesn't limit me as much as it might do others for psychological reasons. I think I just am a little bit more free from those constraints, not physically, but I have and I can live on less. And I think there's a lot of power in that. Okay, if you have any questions, do use the question box down below. These are Ask Me Anything, so go for your life. Do you prefer alpha or beta men, girls as life partners? So this alpha beta thing is a new thing that is not of my generation. So I'm not exactly sure what you are meaning by this, except for the few things that I sort of see on Reddit. So I'm just going to say, do I prefer men or women? I do not discriminate. As life partners, I don't really see things as lasting forever. But as people who I take on personally, I enjoy humans who are very kind, intelligent enough, and who are very perceptive of my needs. Those are probably the main constraints. So, who is my favorite? It really depends on the day. At the moment, I have M, who is quite high in the ranks, who is really doing very well. M's known me for 4 years now, more or less, and is colored also at this stage. And so Emma's pretty high in the ranks because we've just had a great time also in Venice, in Zurich, and Lake Como. And he set me up in so many ways. So it's definitely good books for M. But aside from that, are there any other favorites? Yeah, I have my favorites who I keep in touch with and who are sweet and add to my life. But it depends. All of you, keep it up. Okay. Do I wish to have a family one day? A family as in like this nuclear family and I'm breeding kind of a thing? No. A family as in the family that I already have. Yes, I love them very much. And when I was separated from them because of COVID, I was more distraught than I could have understood. But I also have chosen family. So people who are very close to me and who I have accepted into kind of an even more vulnerable space. So I think those senses of families I'm very open to, but I'm not so sold on breeding. Yeah, I mean, I could maybe, if there was a scenario where there was two subs and they wanted to breed under my direction, I would be open to that, but probably not for my body to go through such things. Let's see. Okay. What do you find sexy in a sub? What turns me on? We're not going to talk about things that are too sexually driven because it's Instagram. But let's just keep it to what do I find sexy in general. I am not really. Yeah, I have this thing where even if I see beautiful things, it doesn't translate into me actually wanting to move towards it. I kind of see it as an individual thing. I'm probably more of a fetishist than yeah, attracted to individuals. I just there's nothing better than the shine of latex against encasing flesh. Again, that always kind of makes my eyes go wide. And also when it comes to beautiful restraints, I think those are probably the things that I find sexiest in and of themselves and independent of a particular person. I think when it comes to particular people, it's probably how they react to me more than anything else. Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to tell you how that reaction should look like, though. You got to figure that out yourself. Will you be shooting more content with Azada in the future? I'm not sure, actually. Like, I love Azada very much, and it was amazing to shoot with her. But I don't know if I'm going to be shooting much at all. I've been kind of rolling further and further back from, I guess, one of the traditional routes of sessions or videos. I'm more exploring other things at the moment. Like I have a utility belt that's coming out soon, and I'm working on some other projects that are kind of adjacent but not actually in the industry. So I think that's where my focus is right now. But Azad is amazing, of course. And it was such an honor. And just off the back of that family question, do I have kids? Like biological ones? No. In the form of bumbling submissives? Yes. Do I like medical play? Very much so. I don't think we can go into it here. Can we? I don't think we can. But let's just leave it at very much so. Will your movie be on Ellen Pearson's Vimeo account? So that would be Grief Encounter. Ellen Pearson is the director. Or on Blu-ray or DVD. People still play Blu-ray? Would I like to act more? So it's currently on X Confessions, which is Erica Lust's platform, and it's going to be showing at a few more festivals this year and next year. And would I like to act more? I've been thinking about it, actually, because that character was kind of based on me, so it wasn't really acting. It was kind of like expressing myself when somebody told me to on command, which was the unusual part, but everything else was pretty much me. Yeah, I think it could be an interesting art to explore. Like it felt a little bit psychotic, actually, to me within my framework, because the team would all of a sudden go, okay, action, and then I'd just be like, okay, now's the time. And for me, that has never really happened. I mean, sure, to an extent, when I open the door and a sub walks in, that kind of turns on, but I had never really had the experience with this huge crew and then being able to do it. It felt kind of like crazy, but I kind of liked it. So maybe. Okay. Do I do this for money? The IG live Q&As? Oh, that would be nice. But no, I do this because it's somewhat entertaining, and it also keeps my Instagram going a little bit, and because I'm not actually a huge fan of interacting with social media as much as it might seem otherwise. But do I do this for money, as in like domination? Yeah, occasionally, but most of the times I'm entertaining myself, to be fair. For better or worse. Do I like women's feet covered in sheer nylon? I love my feet. They're covered in sheer nylon. I'm not really a worshiper. I'm kind of a worshipee. Oh, this is cute. So somebody's noticed that I'm in San Francisco. Have I played at any of the local SF Oakland play spaces yet? No, I haven't. And it's too short a time to do that. Can you please recommend me some? I would love that. I do have a community I'm not very close to, but that I'm aware of here. I definitely need to come back and spend more time here. It's just like, it's a lot. It's a lot. But I will. I'll leave it at I will. Wow, there's so many. I shouldn't have said ask me anything. Oh my goodness. Can you tell us about your favorite relationship ever? Oh, come on. There's so many beautiful things that come from so many different angles. Favorite. Um, I don't know about overall relationships. There are definitely people who I appreciate more than others. But I would say that the ones that kind of instigated a huge change in me, or on the flip side, really were very comforting and simple for me. So I think maybe that's enough of that. Since you have so many damn questions, so we're gonna have to what are the characteristics of a loyal sub that makes me happy? I've already kind of been into that, but essentially attentiveness, kindness, and groundedness. Um, if I could choose a different carrier, what would it be? Carrier? What do you mean by carrier? As in like phone carrier? Right now it's doing okay. Carrier? Submissive? How am I going to interpret this? If I could choose a different carrier, what would it be? Oh, maybe planes? Don't love planes. I get on a lot of them. Teleportation would be fantastic. How about that? Is Zurich on the travel map? I literally just left Zurich a few days ago and have been in New York, a place in Nevada, and I'm now here. So I'm not going back until I'll be there in June or July because of Art Basel. But yes, that's the next time that is on there. What I'm still thinking about the carrier one. What the hell's the carrier thing mean? But am I enjoying traveling? Yes, very much. I am not sick of it, strangely. I haven't been sick of it. I've been on the road for 2 years now, and for some reason I'm still okay with it. I finally have a house in London that's starting in April. But I'm really quite excited still. Like on the way here, on the way getting into SF, it was very difficult. I had to drive through snow that was like as high as a building. It's a one-story building. That was crazy, but it was an adventure, and it's very exciting. I don't know, it keeps things fresh for me, and I like a challenge, you know. So I'm still finding the traveling okay, and I get to sleep a lot, so that really helps. Are you ever intimate with your submissives when you start to have feelings for him? They're not only hims. But when you say intimate, what do you mean? I think that stepping into play space with people is an intimate act in and of itself. If you mean penetrative stuff, I mean, we can't really talk about it here, but I don't really think of it. It's not very interesting for me in comparison to the places that you can go to in kink in itself. Feelings for them. I have feelings for people fairly immediately, but I don't really get attached, so I think maybe that's what you mean. Are you a sadist? Let's just say yes. Okay. Oh, where is your pet Misaki? Misaki's not an official pet. She's a lovely person who lets me play sometimes. She hasn't been on my feet in a while. Yes, well, actually I have a few things out with her, but I can't really talk about that. And congratulations on the premiere of Grief Encounter. Thank you very much. It was so much fun. It's been go since then, but the pictures are coming back, and so I'm realizing how amazing life has been. So how do I relax truly? Are you with or without your slaves when you relax? So am I relaxed with or without my slaves? I would say that I am the kind of person who's ever only truly relaxed on their own. Like absolutely on my own, and no sound, no like very beautiful lighting. That is how I sort of really relax. I can be relaxed around people who know me well and who serve me very well, but I am definitely a person who is a loner, who loves to just be in my bed or in a hotel bed for a couple of days, and that is what gives me real recuperation. Oh, I'm going to put this up. It's not a question, but I like it. No question, just wanted to say thank you for being you. Thank you. Why, thank you. If you have any questions, please put it in the question box down below. Otherwise, I'm not going to see them because these comments kind of go up way too fast. Do you ever find some of your followers cute? I can't see who wrote this, so I'm sorry, but I can't find you cute. But I definitely find many of my wonderful followers and fans very sweet, kind, thoughtful, and cute. All right, can we catch up next time you're in Sydney? I think I know who this is. Maybe. Message me again because I'm not going to see your question again. Okay. I have a beautiful smile. Your laugh is incredible. Why, thank you. Did you visit an Arabic country before? Yes, I have. Many. I'm not going to talk about that in particular, though. They're not so kind to my kind. I've seen you on field a few times. A few times? What do you mean a few times? Because I'm traveling and changing all the time, and wondered if you ever used it to meet like-minded people. I do. I mean, that's kind of the point. I primarily use the apps. I do use the apps because they are very useful. But I use the apps to... There's only really one purpose. So if you ever see me on there looking for something else, it's probably not me. So one purpose that I use any of the apps is to find people who I can play with in public, so at parties. Because that's actually pretty hard to find. And also maybe if they're really good food people, I'm open to that also. I kind of mentioned dinner a little bit. But primarily I'm looking for public playthings. Like-minded, I guess, like-minded adjacent. What should I do to meet you in person? No, not write about it here. People find their ways. So I meant to say, if you could choose a different career, what would it be? I have had so many careers. I used to be a strategic consultant. Before that, I owned a sustainable design company. Before that, I worked at the UN in registration and research. Before that, I was a performance artist once upon a time. I was in production. So I've done a lot of different things, and it's landed me here, and I'm very happy here. And I don't think I'm going anywhere. I will let opportunities present themselves, but for now, this is a wonderful place to be, and I've been in it for over a decade, whereas everything else I was only in for maybe 2 years or so. So, do you ever experience top drop? I have no idea when I started this. When did I start this Q&A? I don't want to go for too long. Anyway, what do you do if you ever experience top drop? I have to just curl up for like a day, maybe 2, eat well enough, be in silence, be comfortable, be warm, and then I'm okay. If it's really, really like bad, maybe I'll complain to a friend on text. If it's like crying bad, I probably needed a hug at the beginning, and then I'm gonna have that day and a half of my own in bed. Top drop is real, people. If you don't know what top drop is, maybe we can talk about it another time. Okay, I'm going to try to limit to maybe 5 more. When are you coming to Finland? Don't know. Hello, hi. How do I learn how to tie up? I recommend somebody called Connor, CNR Philia, Philia. Look him up. Tips for women to how to say, this is a good one. Tips for women, how to stay safe in play spaces. I'm new to this and I'm looking for advice. Okay. So are we talking about like a big party or a small party? But however, I would say that meet up with people beforehand or go with somebody that you know. Maybe don't get intoxicated for that particular first few parties. Look for that they have a security team and a safeguarding team that are trained specifically for playing, not just bouncers, yeah? Make sure that they have a good reputation for following up on any issues. Make sure that they have rules for attending their party, because that means everyone else is going to have to deal with them too, which is a good thing. And if all of this sounds really boring to you and unfun, then you don't understand what it's like to feel safe and free. And then go from there. So I hope that's helpful. That's for anyone, not just women. Let's see. Okay, so that was 1, right? I've given myself 4 more. So 4 more questions. Do I have any plans for London? Well, I have a house there now, starting from April. So to have my first home that I get to live in 2 years is pretty damn exciting for me. I have a few projects on the go that are London-based. Yes, I don't really want to talk about them too much, but one of them is something you can consume. Another one of them I'm launching probably in the next couple of weeks, which is a utility belt. with a London brand called Elf Joe. And any other London-based things, I'm not sure yet. Let's see. Toying with all of you that are from London on here. So that was 2. I have 3 more. Do you think I can do it? Okay, so there's 1. Ooh. Oh dear. Ooh. 2. 3. Wow. Some of you are asking about allergies and diet. I mean, yeah, okay, but I don't know if I can include that in my last 4. How did I get in on the whoa. So many good questions. There's a really funny one. Okay, I'm gonna do one that makes me laugh. How about that? Ooh, okay, all right. We'll do a useful one. And then the funny one. What advice would you give to someone who wants to follow my path? My path is all over the shop. Don't know if you want to follow my path. All our paths are going to look different. I think if you mean like what it looks like to you from the outside, I probably look pretty content. I probably look, I don't know, somewhat successful. I look somewhat happy. How do you get to that? Or how do you get to like my level of acclaim in this industry? Those are 2 separate things to me. So the first one is much more important to me. And I do that by understanding what just doesn't work for me value-wise and what does work for me. And this includes people and cutting them off fast. So that's what I would say in order to feel those things. In terms of success within this industry and within the community at large, I don't know. To be frank, I don't really care about it, so I'm not really sure how I mean I'm glad it enables a lot of things. It connects me to a lot of people, but I feel like it's a very shaky thing to base contentment upon, personally. So that I can't really tell you. But I will be writing a history of my entire work life. Okay, I'm writing it. Hopefully it'll be done this year. Then you can read that and see if you really want to follow my path. Or follow a section of my path at least, perhaps. Okay, so you're all asking really good questions. Do I need to do another one? Oh dear. Okay, let's go to the one that made me laugh, and then I might have to sign off because they're too good, and then I'll do like extra stuff after. Thank you for sticking around with me as long as you have. You always keep away your evil side on here. Could you please tell us? So I guess you mean show you? What do you mean evil? Yeah, I think evil to you is, I think, do you mean cruel? I think the ones who are really watching can see the cruelty. But it made me laugh because I feel like I don't separate these things. There's no black and white, and I like it when they seep into each other. And I guess that's why if you've watched Grief Encounter, or if you know about Grief Encounter, the film that I'm in, then such things appeal. So basically it's about this woman who goes from funeral to funeral, hunting people in grief and seducing them and kind of feeding off of their grief. And I think, they interviewed me for a few years to get that script kind of out. And a funeral director. So you can see that I'm very comfortable, obviously, with the far reaches of our emotional spectrum. So it makes me laugh because it's such a pleading question, but it's a very nice question in that it shows that it gives me a chance to reveal that I kind of see my philosophy, perhaps. Yeah? Okay. Oh my goodness. So many wonderful questions. I'll try to get to more somehow in maybe my stories. Thank you so much. Ask Me Anythings are probably not specific enough because you all gave me so many glorious things to answer. Thank you. And I'll leave this up on my feed for a few months and then I will retire it to my YouTube. And see some of you soon.